Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Witch Hat episode 3. Uncut on Patreon. Let's freaking go. The show's peak.
Such a crazy little spot.
Qifrey? Yeah. He's probably gonna go talk about what happened with Coco. Whoa.
I was gonna say, does he walk down or does he just fly down?
Problem child of a great haul.
I like the little feather on her hat.
The brimmed
Brim
caps.
caps.
Oh.
So I was saying, like, no one has the witch type hat.
そういうわけじゃないよ。試験がまだだから正式な弟子でもないしね。まだなのか。早すぎるよ。それに時期もある。そうか。今の時期試験会場のダダさん。1年で一番標高が高い。こんな時に試験は受けさせられないよ。命に関わるもの。
That's so cool. I love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Little Red Riding Hood. Such a good OP. I want to meet that little creature. Oh. Oh. I'm just gonna send her into the... But she, like, doesn't know anything.
It's awfully looking like a red spider lily.
The guidance. Well, it's because you went here when you were 10. Apparently, it was a different. They usually send people in at a nicer time of the year that it's not like treacherous. No way.
Why not?
Oh. Wow. I wonder what your intentions are.
I don't think this will count. If she fails, I don't think it'll count. But she's probably gonna succeed.
Put the shoes on, bro. She really is like Little Red Riding Hood. Be careful with that thing. Okay. This is stressing me out. Whoa. Good thing you got those shoes, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be able to get it with those shoes.
Whoa. That's a nice thing. Careful. She's gonna go like flying.
Blast herself.
Extra strong winds. This is a bad place for a cape too, I feel like. Because it's gonna like blow around in your face like that. I thought she was gonna do it. At least there's water on the ground right now. Whoa.
How do you control it?
Maybe the amount of, like, force is how hard you click them together, and then the rest is just aiming it. Look at that nice thing. Imagine if we go out there and it's evil, and then it just starts attacking her.
すぐに慣れて自由に帰るようになるよ。
It's pretty cool. Whoa.
Sunken city. It looks like people are living here.
申請書はこれだ。頼んだよ。ポポレイ、12番だ。はい。大講堂に住めばわっても住む。弟子だって連れてくればいいんだ。お使いの本拠地。必要なものはすべて揃ってる。
That's cool.
必要な時だけ来るよ。できました。
I wonder if there's like a lot of politics here or something. He didn't want to get involved in, so he has his little hideaway.
Yeah, I don't know why you left her after one day.
He's trying to protect her. Well, she did it.
Very nice.
But now you're up there. Oh, my god.
Oh my god. That's high. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's
that
what I
high,
was
but
saying.
that's
Like,
really high.
okay, now you're up there. Now you have to, like, make sure you get down properly. The little guy.
Oh my god, it's a little thing.
It's like a little ferret thing. The ferret fell too.
Save him.
Sounds like Togepi.
Yeah.
A brush buddy.
Oh, that's a nice name for him. Oh, I hope the shoes still work. That thing's so cute. Careful.
I thought they were carved in. But yeah, you
Special
need the
ink.
ink. Well, you failed.
Bye.
Or you have to wait till the morning, till they all come back down, or the nighttime maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Because they're bobbing up.
Yeah, maybe they come down. We won't be needing to make food for her anymore. Wow. Okay.
一緒にいて得るものがないものましてや知らざるものなんてでも挑戦すらできずに帰ってくるわよダダ山脈は1年で一番高くまで浮いてる
Oh, so she's gonna pass it when it's like the hardest version of it.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, he wouldn't send her in there now anyway. Oh.
Because it's not accurate enough. Draw a fire one and dry them.
Or can you take the water out? Oh.
But that's against
on
the
your
rules. It's on your
self.
body. Isn't that not right?
Yeah. How about on your other shoes? Maybe they're still dry. Yeah.
Just dry your shoes, child. Use your brain. You know, the fire one's way simpler.
Put your shoes and then do the thing that brings the water in from the air. And it will it'll be a little dehumidifier on the shoes. Look at how sweet that little guy is. Maybe the little guy's magic and he can help.
Mm-hmm.
魔法は誰でも書けるけど、誰でもうまく書けばいい魔法使いは特別な素質のある人しかなれないのかな。
When they were all younger, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Agott with her long hair.
みんな小さ
I
な
wonder if she like lost her clan to magic or something. Because she's talking about outsiders.
you've been kind of drawing since you were little too, in a way.
Look at her go in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was when they got back from the festival, when she had the flower crown.
Mm-hmm.
この村にこんな素敵な職人がいたとはね。これこそ魔法だ。
Little guy.
ある。私の魔法。
Look at those.
What's she gonna? I wonder if she's
Oh, that's
gonna
cool.
come-
It's a little, the orb has one of the little things
Yeah.
from those.
Oh yeah, I thought you noticed that.
No, I didn't notice that the first
Yeah,
time.
isn't that cool? Like drawn back to. I wonder if it's something with the ball itself, or if those things are just drawn to themselves, like the big bulbs in the sky.
つけて少し湿らせたら。
That's smart.
She's gonna make like a parachute.
泥が乾いてパリパリ
Is
して
it?
る。
Or like a hot air balloon. Like she's gonna
Probably,
put a
yeah.
big one and then it will rise
Yeah.
up.
She's smart. She's really good at this type of thing because it's not on a tiny piece of paper. That'd be really cool if this was like her version. Like if she, instead of using tiny piece of paper, she used like huge bolts of cloth, and if like her mage robes were like covered in these things. That'd be cool.
She's gonna use this from now on, like this style of a thing, because it's held in a different way than a pen.
Just be more accurate.
That's so sick, and it's so cool too, because like she was saying like, oh, the shoes wouldn't have been enough anyway in the first place. So that's so good.
And she's gonna tie it to her ankles or
I
something.
think she's gonna tie it onto the other parts of the boat.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's like a
okay.
sail.
あなた警戒心ないのね。
I love him.
すごく不格好な魔法陣でしょ。正しく書くなら。
Well, it's the water seal with it down, so she's gonna use a water jet to propel herself up.
Oh.
Maybe? Or is that the wind one? I can't remember.
Good. Stay in there so that you don't get blown away. Like, oh, he's so cute.
He has little teeth.
あなたも来るの？
Mm-hmm.
そう。ならしっかり捕まってて。
You better be careful.
魔法陣
I forget if that's the water or the wind one. We're about to find out though. Bing.
Wind.
なんでやばい時間違えちゃったかも。
Oh my god.
Oh no, it'll go up, right? Because the arrow's pointing down,
Oh,
but it's from
no.
the center is coming from the
Oh.
sign. It's not very aerodynamic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, is it gonna be like a broomstick, kinda?
Oh my god. It's like she's like paragliding.
Avatar,
or-
like wind sail.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a broomstick. It's like the
Whoa.
oar.
It's pretty good. That's
Whoa, that is
crazy.
so cool looking.
It's also super.
You also can't see a fucking thing, girl.
Whoa. Careful, your tears are gonna smudge it.
Did you imagine if they actually did?
Whoa, that's so sick.
How is she controlling it though? Because it's just a constant output from the seal.
Yeah, but she's like adjusting like the way that it's aiming. Whoa. Okay, now you're gonna have to stop. Oh, or not.
Tell
oh
me you got
my
one.
god.
Ah.
Nope. Whoa.
The music is so good.
This
People
is
were saying
so
it's-
cool.
It's
This
one
is
of the composers for Elden Ring and Dark Souls.
Oh my god. This honestly like makes a lot of like it seems even like in a way better than like a broom in terms of like actually being able to control it.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she's got her feet down there and she's not like top heavy or at risk of like she's really bracing herself in there. Whoa.
If there's just like it was attached to a little window or something. That's cute.
Mm.
That's very
Really
sweet. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Whoa.
What?
He's gonna be so mad.
危険すぎる。今すぐ止めに行かない
She's gonna be standing right there with the bulb.
そもそもまだ受けるには早すぎるよ。だから魔法が身近な僕たちとは違うんだ。ここにもしものことがあったら、どこだけじゃないんだ。
Because they wouldn't have the link to the...
Yeah. She's about to come back in.
Hell yeah. And a little guy, too.
Yeah. Yeah, not only did she succeed, she also brought back a little guy. Even better.
王の許し取ってきたよ
Without any training. So now
Yeah.
she's even better than you.
And it was harder than when you took it.
Cope and seethe. Probably traumatized
万能の
child.
準備も基礎知識も足りないままで魔法を使うのがすごく危険だってこと君はもう知ってるはずだ
Yeah.
一歩間違えたら死んでいたかもしれないんだよちょっとこんなことはしないで
ごめんなさいキーフリー先生
But you did it.
危険を冒してまで証明しなくても僕の弟子だ
But at least she did it to prove to her peers that she could do that. What is this?
Is
Is her clothes?
All her new clothes.
Her hat? With the flower. Oh, that looks so good.
誇りでもありしないために頭にはめる枷でもある
A shackle? Oh, that's cool. I like that. The symbolic meaning of the clothes being like, almost like Maester's chains kind of thing.
それを
Similar
持ってい
idea.
る限りとんがり帽子は君の魔法を見ている大事にするんだよ
Very nice.
And she's all clean now.
じゃあ上に戻ろうか
She didn't
No
eat.
dinner. Close the door. Okay. Oh, he probably will.
Oh boy.
Oh, he was watching?
種が芽吹いた
He was watching.
Bro was just lurking around in there.
Well, because
Oh,
he that's why the seeds have sprouted, because he gave her the
yeah,
magic to begin
he's
with.
probably
So
just been waiting for someone that he
one of the seeds
yeah.
that he planted to sprout. Yeah. So he planted all these seeds by giving all this magic to other people, all these kids or people. We don't even know if they were all kids. So she's got like two mentors. She's got like she's got like three mentors. She's got her mom, who's like, it's kind of like the id, the ego, and the superego. There's like the first layer that's just her mom. That's just what was in front of her. And then there's qifrey. And then there's this guy who's like in the deepest corners, like
Yeah.
controlling everything from the background.
Does this like little thing around his hat count as a brimmed hat? And does he just keep it short like that to be able to trick people that he's like good? You know, because he has a standard
Oh,
kind
maybe.
of hat.
Maybe.
Also creepy that it's like, oh, your witch's hat will be watching you or whatever, and then it's just like there's
And this one
guy
has
and
a
this
giant eye, yeah. So I think this
Yeah.
guy's probably, it's probably literally, like, I mean, we joked about the ghetto or the gojo thing, but it's probably a ghetto Suguru type thing. Maybe there's some more magic going on with it, but, you know, like he seems to, the gojo fucking qifrey kind of has a connection to these people, or maybe it's the other way around, and qifrey was one of the brimmed hats, and then went over to the good side. You know, we don't know. But judging also by the description of the robes, how she has like this collar that's almost like a big shackle, like a big like wooden, almost like a pillory or whatever, where they put over your head. Was that what he was saying? They all have like a shackle that rests atop your head. That's
This
this
was
thing.
the hat, I think.
Oh, she was just talking about
Like,
the hat.
he's
I
just
thought that
saying-
he was talking about like this is the part of the robe, how this goes over your head, almost like,
Oh,
you know.
no,
when-
I
when
think
you're
he's
shackled.
just saying like it's like with a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility. It's like this lets everyone know that you're a witch, and
Oh,
you're
okay.
very proudful to be able to, or it's very
Okay, I
you
misunderstood.
can be very
yeah.
proud to wear this hat, but it's also a big responsibility, so don't
I thought he was talking about like the whole outfit in general, not
Oh.
just the hats. Like that this part that goes over your head like that is kind of like that. But I'm wrong. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because I was going to compare that to his thing, which doesn't have that overhead piece.
I think like the witches get to choose their own outfit and
But the
maybe
hat
stylize
is,
their hat, but they always have to have like a hat that's within a certain thing. But right now her robes are like that because it's just like the apprentice style robes. And then when you're when you I don't know, graduate your apprenticeship, you get to probably style yourself up a little bit more.
I wonder if it's so they've mentioned the brim hats, and then there's this guy, and Qifrey's like looking for the brim hats or something. I wonder if it's going to be as simple as, you know, good witches and bad witches, or if they're like different organizations and this guy like split off from just a different normal organization. I don't know. I would appreciate it if it was less just simple good and evil, but
Well, it could also be the thing of like, you know, like this guy, I mean, seems like he's pretty, like he seems pretty evil, but you know, I feel like
the brim caps.
Yeah, I feel like there can be different ways of looking at it, of just like, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that don't agree, or there's a potential for there to be have been a lot of people over the years to agree, like, oh, I wish that we could heal people at the very least, or like, oh, I wish, you know, like, she's like, oh, it would be so much easier if I could just draw this onto my foot, or like, you know, there's these things that make it a little bit easier or allow yourself to, you know, go a little bit further, but it's like they've drawn like a very severe line of like, you do not cross this line,
because
it just opens it up to all the stuff.
And it's kind of, it's a classic hero's journey type element. It's the call, or it's like the call to adventure, or like the rules were meant to be broken. If you think about in The Lion King, it's like the elfin graveyard. It's like, oh, the light touches, anything the light touches is our kingdom. Except for that place. That place is fucked up. The elfin graveyard. Don't go there because the light doesn't touch there. What do they do? They immediately go to elfin graveyard. So I think that what's going on with the rules about drawing on yourself, or about all that stuff, is there was all this shit in the past that made it clear we need to have this clear rule. But in reality, what her journey and you know, finding out the kid, and I think I said this last time, a version of this, but like finding the truth and finding the cure to this forbidden magic is going to cause her to have to negotiate those rules, or, you know, so this is teasing that, where she's like, oh, it would be easier if I could draw it on my feet, but she isn't going to now, but she's going to have to kind of break the rules in the future to because
she finds another way. But like, you know, what if this was a situation where she had to get up there because someone was going to die, someone that she cared about was going to die up there.
Yeah.
And if she didn't go up within a certain amount of time, she didn't, you know, doesn't have time to come up with a different thing. And it's like, either you draw it on your feet or really bad stuff happens. And how do you negotiate that within yourself? Are the rules more important than your life? Maybe. Are the rules more important than, you know, your loved ones? You know?
Maybe.
You know, it really depends on the person and the situation, I think. I loved all the stuff with like her mom and how she, you know, knows how to draw on the fabric really good. Really, really beautiful. And I love the little guy. He's really good.
Yeah. And with the rules, like, that's the best part of any kind of magical school story is, you know, you set the rules, you set the boundaries, you're not allowed to do this. And then inevitably the problems that arise force the person to have to break the rules in order to like save themselves, or bend the rules in order to save themselves. And you know, that's the same with any story, is setting expectations and then you know, breaking them. But it's a very clear thing when you're that's kind of the conceit of a school in general in fiction, is that, you know, it's a institution that is there with clear boundaries. And then you have a person that's there to, like, break them. Again, that's what is so interesting about Name of the Wind, is when he has to, like, go outside the rules to, like, or lie or break the rules or bend the rules in order to get an edge and get what he wants. And then, you know, many times people find out, many times he gets caught, but many times it's like you kind of have to get away with it, and it's kind of like, oh, that was also part of the thing. It's in Naruto too. It's like, oh, cheating is the real exam, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see as the magic system gets more evolved.
But what's also interesting is because what I really liked about this episode, and I imagine like we may come to that point where it's like the rules might need to get bent or broken, but I imagine for the first bit it's going to be more about this and more about her previous skill set,
Yeah.
allowing her to come up with creative solutions that the other girls won't be able to because they didn't have like a, magic has been their thing ever since they can remember, but she had a completely different life before.
Yeah, so they can't think outside the box like she can, because this is all they know. It's like it's like modern anime fantasy in a way, where we're seeing more things like free rent, like dungeon meshi, like this. Obviously the source materials had been out for a while before the animes got made, but for so long it was like anime fantasy was influencing itself, and we just kept getting isekai after isekai, and they would have spins on them, like one would be more violent or one would be more this or that, but it was all like, okay, this is clearly influenced by JRPGs, influenced by video games, and influenced by other isekai and other fantasy anime, and it's kind of the snake eating itself. But then you get things like this, things like free rent, things like dungeon meshi, which take influence from other media or other either countries or other sort of genres of fantasy or other roots of fantasy, like free rent with Tolkien or etc. Everything like dungeon meshi with D&D rather than just.
And also I think
JRPG video
it's
game,
sort of the emphasis on different things. Like one of the things about dungeon meshi that was so interesting is the fact that each part of the dungeon was a full ecosystem, and it was well thought out into how things play together.
I wasn't just bringing those up to talk about them. I'm saying like similar to how these shows have found success, or these series have found success by thinking outside the box and not just following the same programs that other series have followed. Coco is taking influence from other places and thus going to find more success. But what I forgot about was the underwater fucking Great Hall Witch City.
Interesting that it's
sick.
underwater.
It kind of looks like Water 7 and Minas Tirith put together. It's very cool.
Yeah. Super interesting for it to be underwater like that. I wonder what advantage, like I wonder what caused them to do that. If it's always been underwater, if they had to go underwater during like some of those wars that were previously happening.
It's hard to say because the entrance is on like this little island, so it looks like a hidden city. Like so did they sprout this stone somehow? No, that's probably unlikely. They probably built it under here with their magic somehow. How they did that, I have no fucking idea because it's really far down, and but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And why they put... But then it's also, like, why did they build the roofs like that? Why, like, if it was built underwater, why would you adhere to weather-bearing structures like the roofs and the stairs outside and the way that the windows are? Like, why would you build windows like that in the style of something above ground? Am I thinking about this too much? Is it just because it's going to be a cool underwater thing and they built it underwater, but they made it look like it's not underwater because it looks really cool in a manga? I don't know, but it does. But logically speaking, it would make sense to make something more dome-like or like not pointed roofs with like ceiling or roof shingles and ceiling roof tiles and stuff like that. And these shapes are made to withstand wind and rain, not underwater. So, it might just be because they wanted it to look cool and fantasy-like, and they built it underwater and they made it look cool and fantasy-like. Or it might be that this was once above ground and that's why it looks like that, and then there was a flood in this area or something.
I wonder if there was a flood, or if it sunk, or they sunk it on purpose, but they left that middle bit, like if there was a bunch of rock, like all on the same level up to like as that one, and then they like cut out a hole in the middle and then just like put it down somehow.
Yeah, it's circular, so that like fits with the magic.
And then it would make sense why there was like that one really tall rock all the way up to the surface, just a little one,
Yeah, it's like a giant wizard tower in the middle, and then a lot of the buildings here have like wizard towers, which is really really cool.
Yeah, it's just interesting because I'm interested to learn more if it is a product of like they need to hide at some point, because I feel like qifrey having his students out more in like a field or like more places where they have a lot of room outside to do stuff, like they can just walk out the door and like practice their flying if they wanted. it seems a little bit more free than down here where everything is, like, contained in these rooms.
Yeah.
But I imagine that the people here, they have some of those, like, spinny door things that allow them to go to other places, so they feel like, oh, we're not locked in down here, we can go wherever we want.
Yeah. But it is, like, why is it like this? Like,
yeah.
And also, there's no algae, or, like, again, how much is they wanted it to look cool and like a fantasy thing underwater, and how much is considered like, why is there no algae? Why are the roof tiles like perfectly and the buildings are perfectly maintained, other than some stalagmites that are like growing out of the bottom of the ocean? And if they are stalagmites, how did the stalagmites grow like that? Because there's not, like, stalagmites grow these
like
pointed
rocks.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, are they thinking about the fact that stalagmites grow? Because there's these rocks here, but there's these kind of rocks everywhere, and they grow. Rocks grow like this. They don't, like, if something's underwater like this, they don't grow. Like, rocks don't grow like that underwater. The reason rocks grow like that in caves and such is because there's calcium and mineral deposits dripping from water slowly over a long, long time, and then it piles up in a spire like that. There are mountains that are like thinner and like that in real life, but they don't look like this. These are like stalagmites that would grow from like a mineral deposit. So is this in a gigantic cave? I don't think it is, because we saw the outside and it was like clearly just outside. So again, it's like, how much of this is just them wanting it to look cool and fantasy, and how much is it they want to, are they communicating something? Like, the fact that there's no weathering, is that a consequence of their magic and their maintenance? And was this sunken, or was this built underwater and just built to look like it's not underwater just because? Like, it just seems like a lot of wasted effort. But again, how much are they actually thinking about that? Did the author just want this to look really fucking cool? Because it does look really cool. But it muddles the kind of storytelling when there's a lot of these factors that you might consider, or that someone might consider, like me. Yeah. It's hard to determine whether it was sunken or built underwater like that.
And qifrey doesn't like the Great Hall. He doesn't like to be in here.
And what did she call him? Great Hall, Witch's Stronghold. Do you live in the Great Hall? He said, like, was he the apprentice of the Great Hall? Like, I think they were just reinforcing that he's from here.
Yeah, like, they're saying, like, you could train your
But they called him
apprentices
something.
here.
I forget if it was here, if it was earlier. Problem child of the Great Hall. Yeah, so he was from here, and he left.
And he was a problem child.
I wonder if that's how he lost his eye. Because it zooms in on this part of his face when it talks about the brim caps. So he probably lost his eye fighting the brim caps, or when all that shit went down. He was maybe at the heart of all that stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
Good episode. Leave a like, subscribe, stay.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.